We are going to discuss a very short topic, and it is obesity. What is it, and what do you understand by it?
Awesome. I'm Gugwa and this is a very interesting topic. Obesity basically refers to the excessive intake of calories than your body needs. Excessivity.
So, how does it manifest? How will somebody tell that this person is obesity?
As you eat, the excess part of the calories is turned into glycogen and stored in the body as fat. So you'll be having adipose of fat within the waist, hips, arms, and cheeks.
Thank you for that. I would like to understand what is the current status of obesity in Kenya, in general, including non-communicable diseases.
Statistics don't lie, and you can't believe that we are not doing very well. So the population of Kenya could be 52 million. But can you imagine that almost 12% of that population is obese? Obese here means over 30 kilogram per meter squared.
Now, the reason why I've asked that question is because when we talk about non-communicable diseases, these are diseases that are not transmitted through any causative agent, but it's because majorly due to lifestyle. That tells me that we need to be very careful on how we do eat. We need to be very careful on our exercise. We need to be very careful with our general uh, health conditions, and including where we stay. When it's going to be declared to be a disaster, I think many people will pay attention.
Very true.
So I want us to check another thing, and that is, for example, how does diet plays a role in having obese?
A good example is given to us. We want to compare some food here. Let me talk of carbohydrates, proteins, and for instance, oils. Can you imagine that 1 gram of oil contains 9 kilocalories compared to protein and carbohydrate? Each had 1 gram having 4 kilocalories. But what do we like eating? Chips. What happens to chips? It is deep fried. What comes out of it? The oil. That is why obesity is not going to end soon.
Now, you have spoken about oil, but I want us to shift our focus from oil and speak about the major issue about carbohydrate intake. Is carbohydrate by itself a wrong diet?
Not at all.
So what is the problem with what is the relationship between carbohydrates and obesity?
Nowadays, we are so lazy of checking what is wholesome. We have shifted our mind into taking what is refined. That is not wholesome. That is where the issue lies.
So examples of refined food that are associated with having obese.
We have sugars. We have so many flour.
Flour, we have that one is that is
Right.
wholesome. Others we have that have been refined.
Yeah.
So we speak and we maybe differentiate by saying white rice, white wheat. Those are the type of foods which, of course, by in general sense, wheat is not bad, but it has gone through a process that has enriched the glucose. It is going to be absorbed very fast to the body, and it's going to accumulate glucose in the system, which is going to be converted to what? Glycogen, which is going to be deposited, and the result will be
obesity.
Now, I want us to perhaps go to another issue. So we have people who have the disease already. What should you advise them?
Now, as we said, we have some factors that actually come as a result of obesity. One of them was type 2 diabetes. It is something that is in our country, it is at a very high level. We have cardiovascular diseases such as hypertension, not forgetting cancer, a variety of cancer. So once you have the disease, the first thing to do, reverse the condition by withdrawing the cause.
Now, you've reminded me, uh, one medic said that overweight is an overload to the system,
Very
which
true.
will result to hypertension. And hypertension will result at the end of the day to what? For example, stroke, cardiovascular diseases. Now, what would you advise the person who have the disease to do? We have said it is to
Withdraw the cause.
Thank you for that. And I'd like to understand now, what about the one who doesn't have the disease?
As we understand, NCDs are known as lifestyle diseases. So ensure that you have a healthy lifestyle. Eat wholesome meals. Do as much exercise as possible to ensure that you service your system.
Thank you for that. In summary, I want to bring this to a conclusion by saying this. Carbohydrates and other many foods that we do eat from the plants are not bad. But the problem is when we take this food that have gone through our process of refining them. So for example, we use carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is good by itself, but once you have refined them, you have removed the fiber, you are going to make the absorption of glucose to be very fast in the system. And what will be the result? The result will be glucose is going to accumulate in the blood. The more it accumulates in the blood, the more it's going to be converted to glycogen, which is going to be deposited to tissues, and then result to what? To obesity. So the best advice: take wholesome food, and that's basically going to help you so that that food will take time. When I eat in my morning, I eat a very heavy breakfast. It's going to take time to be digested, and glucose is going to be released slow by slow, and the body is going to assimilate that one which is going to have. Therefore, will not have excess glucose in the blood. May you just take care of your health. May God bless you.
Health is wealth. Remember, don't use a lot of resources now accumulating diseases. It will be very difficult for you to reverse the condition. Welcome.